Hello students, welcome to EPG Pathshala and I am Reema Gupta from University of Delhi. Today we are going to talk on module Defect Chemistry and Defect Equilibria under the paper Ceramics. After completing this module, the students will be able to learn about the electronic disorders. They will be understand how defect energy levels can be depicted in the band gap and which defects are likely to be present. So before moving, let's discuss about the extent of non-stoichiometry. In highly stoichiometric pure oxides such as MgO, that is magnesium oxide, aluminium oxide, that is Al2O3, zirconium oxide, that is ZrO2, the extent of oxidation or reduction is very small when cation are of fixed valency, and the tendency for retaining the stoichiometry is even larger. The oxides containing multivalent cations such as transition elements are much more prone to the non-stoichiometric. Examples are TiO2 plus X and BiTO3 minus X and SrTiO3 minus X. So the transition metals monoxide series like Ni1 minus XO, CO1 minus XO, Mn1 minus X naught and Fe1 minus X naught are the oxides in which a fraction of divalent cations is easily oxidized to the divalent state, resulting in cation deficiency X.
So students, in the introduction, we have discussed about the extent of non-stoichiometry. So let us take the example for the comparative behavior of titanium oxide, that is TiO2, and magnesium oxide, that is MgO, through oxygen pressure. So magnesium oxide in intrinsic form primarily contains Schottky defects. However, under oxidizing conditions, defect reaction would be half O2 gives OO plus VMg double prime plus 2 holes with the equilibrium constant as KOx is equal to concentration of VMg double prime times NH square divided by PO2 to power 1 by 2, which is experimentally determined to be KOx is equal to 7.2 into 10 to power 63 into exponential of minus 610 plus minus 80 kilojoules per mole divided by RT. So the unit of KOx will be centimeter to power minus 9 megapascal to power minus 1 by 2. So it can be seen from the above equation that KOx increases as the temperature increases. That is, the magnesium oxide MgO can be oxidized at high temperatures producing extrinsic magnesium, that is Mg vacancies, and holes if no other defects are present. Further, from electrical neutrality condition, NH is equal to twice of the concentration of VMg double prime. It should be noted that though actual concentrations can be very small, but they still do vary with temperature and oxygen pressure. So for example, at 80% of Tm, that is 2480 Kelvin in air, that is partial pressure of oxygen is 0.21 atmosphere. So the concentration of Mg, that is Vmg double prime, will be 2 into 10 to power 16 centimeter to power minus 3. So this is equivalent to the deficiency of X, that is 0.6 ppm in Mg 1 minus x O, while in partial pressure of 10 to power minus 9 megapascal, the concentration of Vmg double prime will be 2 into 10 to power 15 per centimeter cube, and this is equivalent to the deficiency level of 0.04 ppm in Mg 1 minus x O. So in comparison, TiO 2 minus x is more non-stoichiometric and prone to have oxygen deficiency. The reduction reaction is twice of O plus TiTi gives TiI double dot plus 4 electrons plus O2. So for the electrical neutrality condition, Ne is equal to 4 times of the concentration of TiI of double dot, and the reaction constant is Kr is equal to concentration of titanium into Ne to power 4 into partial pressure of oxygen, and is experimentally determined to be 6.55 into 10 to power 22 exponential minus 960 kilojoules per mole by RT, and the units are megapascal per centimeter. Now at 0.8 Tm, that is 1690 Kelvin, in air, the concentration of titanium double dot is 1.44 into 10 to power 18 per centimeter cube. So this is equivalent to a deficiency of X of around 0.27% in TiO 2 minus X, and makes TiO 2 minus X a N-type semiconductor due to resulting high electron concentration. Now let us discuss about the electronic disorder. So students, unlike intrinsic point defects, intrinsic electronic defects are optically or thermally created. This occurs in materials having a forbidden energy gap between the conduction and valence band, and they are categorized as semiconductors and insulators. Defect density is in number per unit volume of the crystal, and disorder implies the elevation of electrons into higher energy levels, creating vacant space in lower energy band, which are called as holes. So students, you can see a figure which shows the valence band and conduction band with the Fermi energy in between it. So the excitation of electrons across the band gap into the conduction band. Second is the band gap Eg for a semiconductor is typically below 2.5 electron volts. For example, silicon has band gap of 1.1 EVs approximately, whereas for insulators, it is typically above 2.5 to 3 electron volts. Moreover, you can see the band diagram of a semiconductor or insulator here, and the band gap energy values for a few selected materials are shown. The band gap energy values for a few selected materials can be referred in the literature. For example, silicon has the band gap of 1.1 EVs, whereas germanium has 0.7 EVs. But if we talk about of diamond, it has band gap of 5.4 EVs, whereas the band gap of magnesium oxide is 7.8 EV, which is quite high. Now let us discuss about carrier concentration. For a pure or intrinsic compounds, that is semiconductors or insulators, the concentration of electrons, which is given by Ne, and holes, that is Nh, are equal at any temperature and are given as Ne is equal to Nc exponential of minus Ec minus Ef by kT, whereas the concentration of holes, that is NH, is given as Nv exponential of minus Ef minus Ev by kT, where Nc and Nv are defined as effective conduction and valence band density of states, and they are expressed as Nc is equal to twice of 2 pi m kt by h square to power 3 by 2, whereas Nv is equal to twice of 2 pi mh star kt by h square to power 3 by 2. Here, Me star and mh star are the effective mass of electrons and holes respectively, whereas K is the Boltzmann constant and H is the Planck's constant. Moreover, T is the temperature and the values of Nc and Nv is around 10 to the power 19 per centimeter cube at 300 Kelvin. Hence, for an intrinsic compound, as we have discussed, the electrons and hole concentrations in the conduction and valence band are equal. So, Ne is equal to Nh, which in turn is equal to Nc Nv to power 1 by 2 exponential minus Eg by 2 kt. So, the expression of Ne and Nh can be derived by you all in a simple steps. For example, the Fermi energy is defined as Ef, which is given by Ec plus Ev by 2 plus 3 by 4 kt ln mh star by mh star, where Eg by 2 is equal to Ec plus Ev by 2. So in oxides, Me star and mh star are generally 2 to 10 times larger than the mass of free electron, that is Me. Since atomic density of solids is about 10 to the power 23 per centimeter cube, so the density of states is about 4 order of magnitude lower than in semiconductors. However, if the second term in the said equation is small and is actually 0, if Me star is equal to mh star, then the Fermi level is quite close to the center of band gap. Hence, for the intrinsic compound, Ne is equal to Nh comes out to be Nc into Nv to power 1 by 2 exponential minus Eg by 2 kt. So the Fermi level usually remains in the middle of the band gap, but can shift up or down when materials is doped. Typically, Ef moves up from the center of the band gap towards Ec for N-type doping and moves down for P-type doping. So the above expression have striking similarity to the concentration of lattice defects, where Nv by N is directly proportional to the exponential of minus delta G by kT. So the density of electronic states may be thought of as an equivalent to the density of vacancies in the lattice sites. The excitation of electrons across the band gap can be depicted by a chemical defect reaction, which is null is equal to electron plus hole. So the equilibrium constant is Ki, which is equal to Ne into Nh, that is the concentration of electrons into concentration of holes, which comes out to be Nc into Nv exponential minus Eg by kT by using the above equation. Now, for an intrinsic, we have assumed that Ne is equal to Nh. However, if we talk for extrinsic compound, the concentration of electrons and holes are related to the impurity or defect concentration. Now let us take the example for the intrinsic electronic and ionic defect concentration in MgO. Consider a material like magnesium oxide, which is represented by MgO. Usually, MgO has Schottky defects with enthalpy of formation delta H of about 7.7 electron volts. Its band gap is about 7.65 electron volts, which decreases at a rate of 1 millielectron volt per Kelvin as MgO is heated. So the question is that in case of an absolutely pure and stoichiometric magnesium oxide, which defects are likely to be created and present in higher concentrations at a temperature of say 1400 degrees Celsius or 1673 Kelvin. So we can calculate the Schottky defect concentration as the concentration is given by the MgV double prime concentration is equal to concentration of VO double dot is equal to Ks to power 1 by 2. So the value of Ks to power 1 by 2 is exponential minus delta H by 2 kT. So the value comes out to be 2.5 into 10 to power minus 12 mole fraction. Now the electrons and hole concentrations are also calculated, and they are Ne is equal to Nh in case of intrinsic, and it is given by root of Ki, which is equal to Nc Nv to power 1 by 2 exponential minus Eg by 2 kT. So the value of NeNH comes out to be twice of kT by 2 pi h square to power 3 by 2 times Me star Mh star to power 3 by 4 exponential minus Eg by 2 kT. So in case of magnesium oxide, the values of Me star is 0.38 m naught, where m naught is the mass of free electron, which is 9.1 into 10 to power minus 31 kgs. Whereas the value of Mh star is approximately 0.77 m naught. Now at 1673 Kelvin, the Eg comes out to be 6.28 electron volts. Hence, the value of Ne, which in turn is equal to Nh, comes out to be 4.6 into 10 to power 10 centimeter cube per. Now, magnesium vacancy concentration can also be calculated as the concentration of V magnesium is equal to 2.5 into 10 to power minus 12 mole fraction into density of magnesium oxide into Avogadro's number divided by molecular weight of MgO in grams per mole. So substituting all the values in the formula, the value of concentration of magnesium vacancy comes out to be 1.4 into 10 to power 11 per cubic centimeter. Now comes the role of donors and acceptors. In semiconductors such as silicon, donors such as As and P are used for N-type behavior, and acceptor atoms such as boron and aluminium are used for P-type behavior. These donor and acceptor atoms basically create donor and acceptor energy levels very close to conduction and valence band respectively, such that the difference with the band edges is approximately equal to kT at room temperature. So in ionic solids, all the ionic defects with non-zero effective change can be viewed as either a donor or acceptor. Obviously, defects with positive charge acts as donor, while those with negative charge act as acceptors. So students, you can see on the left hand side of the slide showing the band diagram of MgO defect energy levels. So students, you can see the position of the impurity energy level in the band diagram. Now let us take the example. For example, oxygen vacancy can be viewed as donor according to the following reaction. So the reaction is OOX gives half of O2 plus VO double dot plus 2 electrons. So the ionization energies for the following reactions is, the reaction is VOX gives VO dot plus electron. So for this, the delta H is 0.5 electron volts. Whereas the reaction VO dot gives VO double dot plus electron, the delta H is 2 electron volts. So these energy levels are situated with respect to the conduction and valence band edges in band gap. Now for example, in MgO, aluminium, that is Al, acts as donor, while sodium, that is Na, acts as acceptor according to the following reaction. That is, Al gives AlMg dot plus electron and Na gives NaMg prime plus holes. Similarly, chlorine, that is Cl, acts as a donor, while N, that is nitrogen, acts as an acceptor. So in case of barium titanate, the substitution of barium by lanthanum leads to an electron, that is lanthanum acts as a donor, whereas aluminium and iron substitution on titanium sides lead to the creation of holes, and hence these are termed as acceptor impurities.
Students, now let's discuss about electronic and ionic compensation of solutes. So, we are differentiating electronic versus ionic. The effectiveness of a donor or acceptor is not only governed by their ionization energies, it is also governed by extent of oxidation and reduction even in case of shallow dopant with smaller ionization energies. And eluvalent impurity in an ionic solid can be charge compensated by ionic defects, that is ionically compensated, or by electrons or holes which are electronically compensated, or by the combination of two. So it is influenced by PO2, that is pressure of oxide, dopant concentration and temperature.
Now we will take the example of niobium oxide, that is Nb2O5 doping in titanium oxide, that is TiO2. So the defect reactions are, the ionic compensation is twice of Nb2O5 gives 4 times of NbTi dot plus 10 of OOX plus VTi double prime double prime. Whereas for electronic compensation, the reaction is 2 Nb2O5 gives 4 NbTi dot plus 8 OOX plus O2 plus 4 electrons. So combining the two reactions, that is 1 minus 2, leads to O2 plus 4 electrons give 2 OOX plus VTi double prime double prime. So this equation shows that the partial pressure of oxygen increases and the oxidation is favored, and hence the formation of titanium vacancies is more likely. Similarly, as the temperature reduces, the oxidation is again favored. Thus, the niobium, that is Nb doping of TiO2, tends to be compensated by VTi double prime if Nb2O5 concentrations is large and the partial oxygen pressure is high and the temperature is low, whereas inverse condition favors the electronic compensation. In any case, the electrical neutrality condition requires that the concentration of NBTI dot gives 4 of concentration of VTI double prime plus 4 electrons. Similar effects are observed in care of titanate such as barium titanate.
Point defects and crystal density in ZrO2 when doped with CaO, that is calcium oxide. So CaO doping in zirconium oxide, that is ZrO2, allows stabilization of high temperature tetragonal or cubic polymorph of ZrO2 at room temperature as a metastable state. So CaO doping also introduces the defects according to the following equation, that is CaO gives CaZr double prime plus OOX plus VO double star. So the oxygen vacancies formed allow zirconium oxide to process high ionic conductivity as a result of cubic zirconium oxide, that is ZrO2, which is used as electrolyte. So when calcium oxide in zirconium oxide dissolves subsequently or substitutionally, it has to be compensated by creation of a positive charge. These substitutions can lead to a change in crystal density of zirconium oxide, that is ZrO2. So students, let us now summarize what we have learned in this module till now. We have learned the electronic disorders and we have learned that they are governed by the band gaps. Typically, the ceramics have higher band gaps and hence have free carrier density, which is very small. However, the defects can give rise to substantial carrier density, and the nature of defect is governed by energetic of defects formation as well as partial pressures and temperatures. Thank you.